I got really sick of MREs. I had tons and tons of MREs, but if I had to choose one that I could tolerate, it was probably the imitation pork rib, which was not pork rib at all, with artificial grill marks. I just loaded it with like Tabasco sauce and consumed it.
SWK is the name of the team.
Mm-hmm.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems.
Alright, let's do this. I'll be the oddball without jump jets.
JJ's OP.
Let us know if you get caught out.
I got Echo Battlemaster.
Yeah, he's overextended.
Yeah, bring him down.
He's down.
Foxtrot, Shadowhawk.
Left side high at elbow. Two of them.
Yeah, Victor's. Victor.
Shadowhawk hotel open.
Strike.
There's a cicada at Twins at Theta.
I got the left arm off of. Oh, it was a Dragon Slayer.
Charlie, Blackjack. If you guys need ECM, I can move in.
It's no LRM so far.
Bravo Spider's backpedaling on the right.
Don't worry too much about him, he's not dangerous at all. Don't worry about the 3Ds and Victor.
Target's moving in, left side, hotel.
Strike on the blades back up. Oh, this is airstrike.
Golf left torso core. Twinkie.
How's another strike your Blix? Move!
CT core, blackjack right side. One shot.
He's down.
Nice. I am lagged, so if you're by me, just be the advice.
You still got ammo?
Oh yeah. I got 8 shots. Doing good.
3,
on
4
this
pushing left side.
Roger. Nice.
You have 4 shots left.
Yeah, just use up your ammo at least.
Got Juliet behind us, Chenner.
India CT core. That's Sue. That's PSU.
Spider's lagged.
Chenner's down.
If you push PSU, you should back out.
He's down.
Okay.
Got one shot left.
Friendly fire is crazy.
Ah, shit.
I think I had a target
So-
towards Gamma. Yeah.
I'm gonna go pick up Kappa because I'm lagged.
Same.
Yep, contact Alpha. Nathiel and another target, Lima.
Oh, that Shadowhawk pill. 4 streaks and machine gun. 2 beam lasers.
They're both CT core.
Good job.
Barlow says it's even rougher to drop against Sean with you guys. Yeah, I think that's true. I'm just here for the ride. That's what I'm here for. Confidence booster. Having SJR, Jaeger, Blix, and Tweaking with me. Bam. There we go. Yeah, see, right now Tweaking, or Blix, I forget who was asking me about the load. Like, it takes me, I'm still waiting to get in the mech lab, still waiting.
Yep, me too.
There we go, finally. But then my mechs aren't on the screen yet. It's still loading. So,
I'm not there yet. I'm still black.
Alright, I'm
Yeah,
saving my
spinny
duels.
circle.
Let you know when I'm done. I did it pretty quickly after I got out or whatever. Yeah, I'm done now. I got 71 max.
It's not black anymore, but it's still locked.
alright, let's see here. I'll take my riffle brand this time. That makes sense, Blix, what I just sent you?
Yeah, it's intentional. I'm lazy.
Roger. It's alright, I was like, because like you'd key up and then someone would still be talking, it was like total reverb through.
Yeah, I usually try to limit it, but
Someone's saying we should play all non-competitive mechs.
That means nothing with JJ's. JJ's OP. Yeah,
I can play the Hunchback 4P.
I'll take a 4P.
You guys
It's-
want to take Hunchbacks?
It's borderline. Yeah, we do Hunchbacks.
Alright.
Blix has the pancake.
man,
Which ones do you want
I
to
don't
roll
know if
with?
the pancake's gonna work.
I'm gonna do a 4P.
Same.
Alright, what are you going to be taking, Plex?
I'll take pancake for comedy.
So what do you guys roll on your setups?
8 medium lasers.
Yep,
Alright.
same.
So
Max engine, standard.
am I going to be the oddball out of the group?
What are you gonna do, 4SP?
Well, I can do 4SP, 4H, 4J, Gridiron, or 4G. Let me do... I'm going to do the Gridiron. That's what I'm going to do. Alright, here we go. All mediums. Damn, that was quick finding a match.
quick.
Of course, Terra Therma. And Skirmish. The one map, like, that's, well, I would say this is, like, the entire map is horrible for any energy-based. Show us the cheerleader. What? Stop looking at my cheerleader. Alright. So you see the tweet by Russ earlier today, the whole, someone asked when are the 2 to 12 man groups coming back, like they used to
He said
be?
April, right?
Yeah? Said when
Yeah.
the launch module?
Mm-hmm.
Throw in weight, limits with groups, plus elo, plus matchmaking. I'm interested to see how that's gonna work.
Sensors online. Weapons
Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I don't want it to return to the old days of stomping 32 plus, or 30 plus kill death ratios and,
Yeah.
10 to 1 win loss.
I think,
Didn't they try that twice and it worked horribly?
well, at the time, they didn't have elo in at all. So when they used to have the groups to where like you could have 8, no elo, there was no matchmaking. And I think if you were just to implement 12s like it is right now without weight restrictions, I think it'd be a problem. But you
I
throw
like
in,
the way they used to, the weight matching, where if the enemy had an assault mech, you would have an assault mech.
Yes.
Or, So if you had 4 assault mechs, the enemy would have 4 assault mechs. It was always the same. I like that.
and if we're talking random, just think about this. If you're in a group of 2, maybe let's just say metaphorically you have a group limit of 120 tons. If you're in a group of 3, 180 or something like that. What if you face a pug group that's a mixture of multiple different sizes and just random pugs as well? I don't know. It'll be interesting. I'm definitely down for it. I think weight
Yeah,
limit's
I'm not
definitely
looking
needed.
forward to it. I'm not looking forward to 2 through 12 at all, really. I'm also really concerned if they don't put private lobbies in before that, or at that time, it'll become almost impossible for a 12-man group to sync with another one for
Well,
competition.
private matches, yeah.
If they have that in by then, it would be okay, but if they don't, they'll just shut down all leagues completely.
No visual.
No. Which is strange.
Contact, crossed.
It's overextended, bring it down.
I see Tim's knocked out.
They're flooding in. 2 of them.
Just shot someone in the back. Highlander. Bravo.
We're gonna go down there, I think.
Jump down if you need to. Also, friendly blackjack, please don't shoot me in the back like that.
I had to fall down.
Yeah,
I'm
we gotta
coming
go.
back.
We'll run down the river and get back behind our team.
With you, Tweakin.
I'm gonna go Echo 7.
Roger.
That's fine.
I'm with you.
In fact, yeah, they've crossed the bridge. We've split them pretty hard right now. How's it looking, Blix?
They're following you sort of on E6.
Okay.
I kind of ran to draw fire,
Whoa!
but I'm out of position now.
Dude, did anybody just see
Our
that?
team is
Yeah, it was
pretty
behind
clustered
you.
up.
That was behind me and they just headshotted me.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm calling.
Artie?
What in the world?
Coffin dancer.
Did there's a stream of people watching. Did anybody else just see that? That was like, just not. I have no idea what just happened.
Target
Are you gonna be okay, Tweak?
I got a spider on me. I don't know. I might be able to get out.
Can't believe we still have people just strung out. This Atlas RS is still 2 grids from the fight.
I
Are
don't.
you guys pushing in or are you defending? What's...
No, this
What do you
spider's
think?
gonna get me.
I'm gonna just...
See, I'm gonna call shenanigans. I don't think it was arty at all. Running 98 kph. I mean, that's just. I don't know.
Stuff coming
I'm
from
swinging
behind.
around. Okay.
Alright, let's start us to the fight now, but I don't know how much he's doing. Let's let them come down. Yeah, here we go.
We're gonna get it. We're up.
Stalker, lava.
Oh yeah, we're good. We are good.
Careful running in there. They might have more.
Oh no, I'm fine. I am fine.
1 E6 or E4 coming around.
All moves are calculated. No bricks. No. One left.
Oh no, maybe it was an arty strike. I didn't see any explosion or smoke either. So it was either the luckiest arty strike ever. I mean, I was full strut 98 kph, like nowhere near anybody. So I don't know. Might have been, but that was ridiculous. Uh oh, Jaeger, you get shot. You disconnect.
Oh. Oh no. Oh.
What were you
I
doing?
was typing to my Twitch chat.
Oh, yeah. That'll get you killed.
Thank you. I came back and you took my hunch shot.
Cause I know sometimes you have connection issues, so I was like, oh shit.
Nah, I'm good. I haven't had the connection issues for a couple months now. Doing pretty good.
Reapers, it's all right.
Wearing headphones.
I'll look at
I
the
can't hear myself talk and I can't talk.
I'll look at the replay and highlight, but that was either the lucky. I mean, dude, I had no other damage pretty much on my mech except for my head. That was just ridiculous. I've actually seen a Rhodian on Tourmaline full in-air jump jet headshot with an arty strike, and I was like, and he was in a Spider 5 Delta in midair, and I was like, oh shit. So it does happen, I guess. Yeah, man, don't text and mech. Come on now, you should know better. Meching and drinking is fine, but texting is unacceptable. Alright, so what's up on the agenda now? Hunchbacks again? You guys pick. What you want?
We can keep changing it up, that's fine.
Doing K2.
K2 is a Brawly, alright. We go SRM Shadowhawk.
Do K2. Yeah.
You got 20s on that?
Nope, dual
Yeah,
10s, 4
Blix.
mediums.
Yep, that'll work. Blix, what do you got?
20s.
Yep, alright, good. Just making sure I'm not the oddball. Yeah. Yeah, damn, last game, if we would have went the other way, up the river, would have been alright.
Well, I would have been, like I said, I've never, I mean, it was that's the only thing I can come through because the guy who killed me was in that spider. He didn't have an AC or a large laser, so I know he didn't kill me, or as far as with his weapons, he didn't kill me. So it had to be an arty strike, but I didn't see any smoke. I'll have to look at the replay, but I mean I was right behind you, full sprint, 98 kph. I mean, like that was either the luckiest thing ever, or I don't know. Like it had to be. There was no other. Shit happens. Whatever.
Yeah, no, I will take headshots sometimes if I hunchback, just because that head's out. But yeah, from the rear, that's pretty crazy.
Because I looked up and back because something just hit me. Then I was turning around, all of a sudden, boom, I was out. And I didn't, like screen shake and all the flames and stuff. Like I didn't have any of that. So that's why I was like, what? Looks like Impy's out. See you, Impy. Have a great night, man. See you tomorrow. Stargazer Tim. How goes it, Tim? I know what you're talking about, Blix, as far as like your headset being able... my old headset, you were able to do that. It was like built in, but it didn't like go back... like I didn't have to use my speakers or anything. I've always just been using headsets, especially just gaming and streaming and stuff like that. But it took a while getting this headset because it doesn't do it at all. So it's just one of those things.
My mic is it's one of those condenser mics that's like really, really thin and just kind of wraps on your ear.
Mm-hmm.
And so I have to put on an actual headset, and my headset's decently nice and super insulated, I guess. I can't hear anything when it's on.
Yeah.
And talking when you can't hear yourself talk is very awkward.
Nope, totally gotcha. I always have, I have music always playing. Like right now there's music. You guys can't hear it, the streamers can. It's just lightly playing in the background too. So like anytime we're not talking, it's like dead silence, like awkward turtle, But Reapsers.
Normally I wouldn't, but I figured it'd be nice and keep your stream clean.
I do appreciate it, man. I do appreciate it. Oh no, it's
very deal with it all the time.
It's very because I played Eve for so long, having like comms and like clear comms. I've always been a stickler about it. Like, hey, can you put on a headset? But I got these like $1,000, surround sound. I'm like, it doesn't help me.
Well, we got Siri on our team, but he was trying to sync drop with us. But other than that, the other team is heavily stacked, so this will be a good fight.
I think more than anything, it spawned from just wearing headsets for too long and just sick of having my ears hurt.
Yeah.
It was just more comfortable not to wear it.
I understand, man. Being naked. I understand.
Pretty much.
I don't judge.
Naked ears.
I embrace it.
They are tender.
Alright, Blix. I'm with you. And you, Tweakin. Yeah, you guys are front. Let you guys get shot first.
Yeah, Blix, he's still not showing up on my radar. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I've noticed
Ninjas.
Like,
He's on mine right now.
so frustrating, because then I might be backing into you, I don't know.
Never mind. I was about to say contact. You have Jaeger jumping on you.
Yeah, you see, I saw majority moving Delta 3, like they're trying to move Delta 4.
New target acquired.
They're looking over here. They're shooting that Jenner pretty good.
Target acquired.
Yeah, popping right side is probably not going to end well for K2s.
Yep.
There's a
No.
lot of firepower. We should go left.
Yes.
Actually, if we can stay tight and go underneath the helipad. Nah, I don't see anybody watching left. We can move up. Get short range engagements.
New target acquired.
Think about pushing left clicks.
Yeah, see if I can pop people in the back. A little bit conservative. We won't push all the way, but try to catch someone. Someone who thinks they're safe in the back of the line. Yep. That guy's a little bit far away.
Shit.
We got a few targets coming towards us.
Lerms, I hate you. Now we should take it easy. Our team's pretty passive right now.
Oh, that convergence.
Hold right or hold left, Jaeger.
We got a lot
Right
of them
torso
looking
core.
left. Yeah.
They're pushing left.
No, they're not pushing, but they're looking that way. We
Yeah,
could probably push
behind
right.
us.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
they pushed
soccer.
down the water.
They're peeking around left side.
They pushed down the water between bases.
Headshot. Fucked up.
Shadowhawk down.
Gonna move on this Highlander. I think he's alone.
Left side.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm stuck on something. I'm stuck in blitz.
I can't jump. Nothing I could do.
We gotta push him now, guys. I would like to lead the way. Also, stop shooting us from mid.
I'm baiting him. He's gonna
He's
shoot
not
me on
alone.
CT core.
I'm incorrect. CT on Alpha. That's a lot of Highlanders.
Yeah.
Our team is still just head down, accomplishing nothing over in the city.
Yeah.
We gotta get out of here, Phil.
Ah, I just dropped down. Shit.
Yeah, our team is unfortunately cowering in the back right now.
Our team got worked while we were doing that.
Kilo.
Siri was in this drop.
Yeah. I'm lagged in the open. That'll be GG for me. Yeah, I wasn't joking when I said that we were it was stacked against us.
Felt like we were a little light.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
It
earlier
didn't
today-
help that it was all Stalkers and Highlanders.
Yeah, me, Siri, two other people. We dropped 11 Jenners and 1 Cicada on our team.
That's in a fours group, not 12.
Yeah, fours. Yeah, that's it. We were in fours. Yeah, 11 Jenners, 1 Cicada. That was our team, and we won.
All right, let's do the math here. So we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna get a screenshot of that. It's ridiculous. Like, see, and that's what I'm saying is like, throw in weight limits for groups. You just like that's not gonna unless what they'll do is I mean, you look at it and I've had this conversation. Okay, let's just say you do weight limits for groups. 60 tons per person or whatever. Well, the way I see it is there's an easy workaround for that, right? You take 2 Victors or 2 Highlanders, and we take 2 Raven 3Ls. Still very effective mechs. Well, that's why I almost feel like you have to take a step further, especially if they're introducing 2 to 12-man groups. To where you can only have X amount of assaults or heavies or mediums, because there will always be a workaround where a few people can take a few less, like a Locust or Ravens or something, Jenners, and that'll give a ton of extra weight to someone else. Does that make sense? Like, if it can be used and abused, it will be, Totally outweighed there. I don't know. Can someone do the do the math on that? Let me
So
see.
you got the picture of it, 11 Jenners, 1 Cicada. The other team was heavy as hell.
Oh yeah, we were out on the Elo too. They had 2 really good 4s.
It didn't
groups.
help I got headshot. They did.
No, but-
Oh, that was really frustrating.
It was between the 2 4s groups that were actually really good players on the enemy team, and them all being in very good mechs. That was gonna be
So-
a rough drop.
I'm gonna offer a counter opinion on the abused stuff. I think that building your game, as long as you know what can be abused and you build around it, I think it adds depth to your game. If you put in a level of your game where, when you just take a glance at it, you come up with a typical average build. When you actually play with it, you can find synergy, you can find, depth to the elements. Technically, you could say this is abuse, but really it's just min-maxing. I wouldn't necessarily say that's abuse. I think that's a good thing.
Well, are you talking about the current or like a future? Like current?
I mean anything. I'm basically of the opinion you shouldn't be afraid of people abusing something, because there's always going to be a best. In any system that's not completely symmetrical, that's not completely numerically equal on all sides, there's always going to be a best.
No,
And
yeah, you're totally.
because of that, you can't fear it.
No, what I'm saying
You'll
is,
never get any sleep.
with like the current state, because there isn't weight limits for pre-made, right? What is the outcome? You have 4-man groups that take assaults, and that's how the current mechanics are. If it's allowed, it's allowed. I totally get it. What I'm saying is, a lot of people in Jaeger, we've talked about this, is you actually desire something that's a little bit more spread out as far as weight disparity, and to where not one group can take 4 assaults. I guess that's what I'm getting, and you're totally right, Blix. Is like, if it's can be used, and I don't say abuse like a bad thing, but what I'm saying is, like, if you allow people to take 4 assaults in a 4-man group, people will take it. So if that's not like the particular design, we'll design it so people are limited to, 1 assault, 1 heavy, 1 medium, or a light, or you know what I'm saying, like, make it a part of your design.
Yeah, I know you guys talked about this as well on your last podcast, but map design also goes into it. Because, if you allow them to take 4 assaults, they can and probably will do it, but at the same time, as long as your game modes, aren't just so linear that, one option is always going to win no matter what without fault. Like, that's why assault was good. I know a lot of people, I guess, didn't like the cap option because they got caught out by it, but having that option there is what makes you not want to take 4 assaults all the time. And that's one thing that I think Skirmish removed without adding anything to replace it.
Someone was just asking me if I had master mechs. Oh yeah, I got a ton. It's mostly my mediums are all mastered. My Centurions, Hunchbacks, Blackjacks, Cicada, stuff like that. No, and Blix, what you're saying is, it's almost like having gameplay, a skirmish. That's one of the things we were afraid of. By the way, what do you guys want me to take? I'm sitting here. What are you taking?
We got to win with that deck.
Oh, so take it again?
Yeah, we'll go again.
All right.
We're gonna brawl.
I was gonna take the I bomb. I can take it back. I'll take the K2.
What were you gonna take?
Abomination.
Oh. That
I'm
can
still
help
doing
too.
it. I'm taking Abomination.
Okay, that's fine.
So what I was saying, Blix, is with skirmish, one of our fears on the podcast we were talking about is past experiences we've had. People go sit and hide in a corner. Luckily, during all the Twitch streams and all the gameplay I've had, maybe it's just the lower elo, I've actually only had, I think, maybe one spider try to hide, and that's it. So out of all the matches with skirmish, so actually it's been relatively a positive experience. Haven't had anybody abusing it and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's far better than I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be happening all the time.
Yeah. So
but it's
on the
only happened a couple times to me.
on the flip side, you
I
look
also
at
agree.
what is the point of having those cap points? I mean, you guys would agree it forces the fight to an extent, right? So like assault and conquest, it's pretty much the same thing, just with multiple cap points, but it's you have to decide, do we go all out assault against enemy forces? Do we have to watch? Do we split our forces? All those things, tactical decisions. And then you got skirmish that kill the other team, or wait till the time is over, and whoever has the most kills and stuff. So that, so it's a good. I like skirmish so far. I was a little. I mean, you were right there, Tyler. I was a little hesitant. I was like, I don't know, but haven't had any bad experiences.
I have the problem that skirmish makes light mechs completely pointless is a problem if you're playing with an organized group, because I mean, if in a death ball the light mech is the weak link, there's not much for the light mech to do. It's pretty weak, and if a team goes and finds the superior position on a map and camps it out, there's no place for the light mech. The light mech can kind of poke and prod around the edges, but it can't really bring that much firepower to bear in the fight that you want, death ball on death ball. So I don't like how it makes light mechs not very significant. Whereas in Conquest and Assault, light mechs are extremely important. You can't play a match without them.
And that's where like the whole role warfare comes into. What is the job of a light mech on the battle? Is it a anti-light mech? Is it a harasser? Is it a information gathering? Is it a all of those are the type of things that I think really show in a skirmish, because especially when you don't have weight balancing per se. Yes, it is coming in the future, and I'm looking forward to it. But as a light mech pilot, what is your job? And it can't just be to sacrifice tonnage for someone else. I mean, that's not really fun, or
right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so what are incentives? Like, okay, well, as a light mech pilot, is it a C-bill reward? Is it an XP reward? Is there a monetary reward? You can say, okay, well, if you take this mech and you're getting a bunch of seismic hits or lock-ons, or like what other, it's almost like a meta game, in the sense of a sub game in a game, right? I mean, like, what can you do to emphasize lights are there to be information? So I would say that's where modules come in. I feel like making certain modules only available to lights, maybe, I don't know. I'm brainstorming here off the top of my head.
I've talked about this with Jaeger a lot, but I think what the game is missing is persistence. Persistence between matches, persistence between battles. That's what made medium mechs like the #1 most popular in all the lore and stuff.
My game just crashed
because
desktop.
They had.
No.
But yeah, having the persistence there is what brings everything together with the game. It brings all the economy into play. It brings all the numbers that are set up by other sources that they can just bring straight in and use them. Without persistence, a lot of the stuff is just not balanced.
Well, I don't know
that's
about
what balances energy weapons against good at ballistics, even.
I don't think what I think is the context of, battle text based off of availability, price, the context of new weapons coming out and replacing the old and stuff like that. That's, I guess, is that what you're saying for the persistence? That's the context you're talking about?
Music is too loud. I can't hear anything. Headphones are powerful.
It's all right.
Hold on. Okay, sorry. Yeah, basically, distance would provide context. That's... if you have to build a mech that lasts for 2 battles, not 1, that would change a lot of things. That would make all ammo-based weapons... you'd have to think twice about it. and also think twice about your ammo that you're taking.
Let's get our back in game. I'll have to wait. Sorry guys, my client decided to quit on me, so I haven't had a crash desktop, and actually I don't remember. I've had a freeze, but never a. It's been a while since crash desktop. So, well,
Do you run NVIDIA or ATI or AMD?
NVIDIA.
Do you have experience?
Not loaded up. No, I don't use it.
Okay.
You say install just in
think-
general?
Well, I think in running experience today, at least, I think it did something in the background because it's been acting like it does whenever it's on patch day for experience, and I always have to reboot after that. It's been kind of funny.
Most of the time, I actually have all the services for NVIDIA closed off or shut off. I've had this weird theory about having them running and crashing. I don't know.
Oh, really? I like Shadowplay. That's why I run it. Shadowplay is pretty awesome.
So we're just gonna sit here and twiddle our thumbs until these guys are
Let's push into Charlie.
done.
Hey, Rose.
There's an Atlas left side too. Low down.
Yeah, we should be able to take him.
Front. Oh, okay, yeah, you got friends here.
That's quite a few mechs.
How many?
4.
Okay.
Dorian, I don't know if.
Right
I'm sorry. Go ahead. I'll shut up.
Yeah, the Charlie 5, Charlie 4 line. Quite a few. They're pushing now on Charlie 4, Charlie 5.
If people are looking for what's going on, they can switch over to my stream real quick.
It's all right.
That's his little
I muted the
context.
stream so you guys can hear me, but they don't hear me, so I don't interrupt their match. But
Let's take down Echo.
I actually don't know if or the NVIDIA experience works.
There's learn boats on me.
Shadowplay, what he's talking about, is sort of like it's
Like got
a
missiles on me.
recording software that NVIDIA is working on. It's sort of like Fraps.
Oh, I didn't
per
see
se,
those guys.
OBS,
Is that
Yeah, they're
UFC 5 still?
But
Yeah,
You
I
got
thought
the
you
going?
guys were supporting me. Yeah.
Zips
I
up.
did, but then I got
Commander's actually
overrun.
doing
And
really
Lawrence.
good, really well actually.
Yeah, I'm down.
If you head over to the forum,
Going down.
Blake's right to your right. There's a something. Yeah, right.
At least I pulled a bunch of them off first.
Yeah, you're good.
Sorry guys, my let's see here. I'm quiet. Is that
Got
what
my
you said?
629 damage.
Move my mic back. See if that's a little bit better.
You guys are going to have to make something happen. The rest of the team's hesitating.
Yeah.
I'm hurt. I'm hitting Alpha Cataphractic.
I've actually been using OBS
I am
to
out.
record all of my matches recently. They have a local recording that you can do. And obviously you can mess around settings and stuff, but I also still use Fraps every once in a while.
Oh, it's Siri.
You don't have your
Group?
UAC
Yeah,
firearms
actually,
in
I
fire,
love
but-
Megamech. It's amazing.
It should be.
Sad,
I'm just not
I don't
laying
get
into
to,
it.
I don't get to play it as much as I wanted or
It's
want
on
to.
one. I'm alphing.
MechWarrior Tactics is still in closed beta? Yes, it is.
So another downside of high elo.
When you guys are
Never
out of the match,
Have fun.
drop the group and I'll re-invite you. Sorry about that.
Okay. I think we can probably quit out of the match and just switch mechs because it's just
sounds good.
it's an ERPPC commando running around on our team. He's not going anywhere near the enemy. I think he's gonna drag it out. It's a skirmish.
All right, just let me know when you guys are out of a group.
Alright, tokens out.
All right, we can invite sent.
I'm also out.
I'm out.
Invite sent. Yeah, definitely what you guys are saying. I mean, it's one of those things what we talk about all the time is like, how do you incentivize or have gameplay functionality to where you can make you know, lights and mediums. I still feel that one of the biggest things right now in gameplay and pug play, which is what I do a lot, actually all the time, is just weight restrictions based on the groups. I think will change a lot of things. And then on top of that, I think you throw in obviously more game modes down the road, whether it's capture the base or whatever, some type of rush, you know, or whatever. And then you get the, what do you do? And those are the type of questions that right now there's actually a discussion over at Reddit, and I started one on our forums of how do you define, you know, class roles. And, you know, those aren't really defined by BattleTech at all. Like there's no, you know what I'm saying? Like there's no like, to construct a mech, there's not like, okay, well I want to make a brawler, and that because of that brawler you only get X amount of hard points. In BattleTech, it's build rules are completely different. You see what I'm saying? Like, so how you set up the mech as far as the weapons and the equipment is sort of what will determine your role on the battlefield, or at least what you should be doing. Oh crap! I just launched with the wrong mech. I just readied up and launched. What was I even thinking? I even put modules on. Wow. Well,
this is gonna be my last game, so I turned up. Go out with a bang. So I was talking to a friend who used to play tabletop, and regarding Jumpjets, and he actually brought up an old tabletop rule that I never knew because I never played tabletop, but I've been a part of the franchise for a long time. But apparently, when you landed your jump, you had to do a dice roll for whether you stuck the landing or not, or whether you fell over.
Yep.
That, I think, would be pretty interesting. If they made it so the heavier your tonnage, the more chance you'd have to fall over, that would probably kill all the jump sniping. Because if you have like a 50 or plus higher chance of your Highlander falling over as soon as you land that jump, people aren't going to do it, especially under main engagement combat.
Something like that's
Maybe
been brought up
earlier.
about like a little mini game of like you have to keep, you know, when you're in the air, you got to keep this little circle or target crosshair in line so when you land you won't. But I feel like when you get into that end, you're really getting into something very, very simulation based. Where
I don't think a mini game would be fun. I think it would be tedious.
Yeah,
and that would just make it.
Can you imagine
want
just
necessarily
randomly
not
falling
fun.
over? I mean, how frustrating that would be. Like, just your mech just falls just because, you know, like it's one thing if like I guess if you're running on cement and you go to do a sharp angle or something and you slide and you fall, but I think it'd just be frustrating.
Something else that he mentioned though was that if you're on rough terrain, like if you're standing on a slant, I mean they already have all the code in there for slant recognition because of all the run speed changes that your mech undergoes. So if you're on a slant, you know you'd have a higher possibility of falling. So I mean that would be something you could control. You know if you're standing on a slant or not, and you would know to expect that if you jump on that slant, there's a good chance that you might fall back and slide down it. I think it was an interesting proposition for a solution that I hadn't really heard or thought much about before.
I don't think there's anything wrong with PPCs. It's one of the things I feel like, you know, each weapon has a distinct feel and role. I mean, as far as like details, like lasers, they're duration based, which means you and your target have to be exposed to be able to deal max amount of damage, right? I mean, that's true. Ballistics, you can fire and you can turn away instantly, either shielding and or dropping down using jump jets. And then you have missiles, which are indirect. They don't do as much damage. You know, obviously someone could use cover, and you know they're limited on ammo, just like hold on, I got lucky. I can switch mechs. What are you guys taking, by the way? Just so I know.
I got Shadowhawk.
Highlander.
I'm back in the Gauss 3D.
Okay, I'll take
Just trying it out still.
take my BAM. Or maybe I won't. I'm supposed to be in my K2. It's still in the game, that's why.
Well, no, yeah.
So what I'm saying is, what is the one weapon though that is usually the culprit in issues, and that is the PPC.
Jump jets.
Mm.
No, it's because the jump jets to PPC extremely powerful. Why? Because you could get out of cover, hit your PPC, and be back in cover within a second. Not only that, jump jets allow you to have mobility as well, from
Yeah.
start to end.
But
There's not one weapon system or anything in here that I use from beginning to end of game other than jump jets. Jump jets only cost a half a ton, and they use no heat. There's absolutely no reason not to take them.
so unless they were to add a bunch of shake to the jump jets, like it used to, it was pretty prominent. Unless they do that, what I'm saying is the syncing of weapons, because remember PPCs and GOS used to be synced all the time. I mean, that's what it was. They had similar velocities as far as the speeds, velocities, the ranges. You didn't have to worry about 0 all the way out to max range. And then once GOS mechanic was, well, now it's AC5s and PPCs, because velocities, they both hit their target around the same time, which deals all the damage to one location. So I almost feel like the PPCs aren't necessarily broke. What I'm saying is you could change the mechanic of PPCs, and or is jump sniping an issue? And obviously that's something we've talked about in past podcasts. I don't think it is, but I think if it's prevalent all the time and that's the go-to, and like, I think ultimately, especially in competitive play, you guys being involved, you're always going to have the best builds, like, that work the best. I think what I've heard from a lot of you guys is you just wish it would be more than AC5s and PPCs and Highlanders. I mean, am I correct?
But that's because
I think
that's the jump jets. The jump jets are so completely overpowered. It's not just jump sniping. There's an incredible amount of mobility they give you, as well as eyes. That's an incredible factor in a first-person shooter. If you have eyes on something, that's
Information.
there's more.
I think you bring up another issue actually that isn't really talked about a whole lot, but if there's a mech that can put jump jets on and you don't, that's pretty much unheard of. You never do that. That's just a poor design decision with how everything is right now.
Oh yeah.
Like, as far as your mech building goes. Like, so if there's a jump jet that's available, you put a jump jet on, at least. So I think that's an inherent, perhaps, a balancing flaw. I mean, because jump jets, I mean, everything uses crit, everything uses tonnage, but when something is an obvious, always put on, no matter what, whenever you can, that is not balanced.
Rodian, I'm definitely not talking about a breath mechanic for PPCs. I talked about this a while ago. PPCs are always described as like a bolt of lightning. I think it would be awesome to see them as a duration based or like a bolt instead of just a projectile. I think that would go a long way. And it would desync them from
splash damage.
Well, what I'm saying is desync them from all the other types of weapons. Desync them.
It's a laser at that point.
Well, or if you do,
Yeah.
imagine if you did like a bolt. As far as like the beginning of the round has to. Does that make sense? Not a beam, like a bolt. Like the whole bolt has to hit and do damage to one location, do all of its damage, but it can spread. Anyway, I just feel like PPCs have definitely always been sort of the central figure. ERA PPCs, GOS rifle's got the new mechanic. ERA PPCs are sort of nerfed and changed. PPCs now, the same syncing that happened with GOS and PPCs is now happening with AC5s or UAC5s and PPCs as well. And I think it's a combination of a few things. Jump jets are go-to. I love jump jets, man. But I don't. Do you increase the shake? Would that? Because a lot of you guys tap. Right, you tap your jump jets, and then would it be like you hit your jump jets and it just, like you don't control how much thrust, it just does the full thrust all the way up and make you rethink jumping?
The shake doesn't.
It should.
The shake
increase
doesn't
heat as
prevent
you
it.
go. I guess they could take a page out of Battletech's book because I believe every hex you move with your jump jets generates 1 heat. Is that right?
Heat is generated,
So-
yes.
Yeah, for each hex you move. So the longer you hold your jets, it should probably put your heat up.
Yeah, why not put heat on it? Make it so that you have to run more tonnages on it. So then you're actually getting, so then, okay, jump jets, well, now there's a penalty to them. You need to take more tons on them, and it's going to blow heat. You're going to be blowing heat on it. So now something pushes at me out of my Shadowhawk. There's no reason for me not to jump. Plus, the game's buggy right now, so I jump, they hit me center torso, it regs on my leg. The game's not even ready for it yet. And not only that, but like, okay, there's no reason for me not to jump. To try to do that, now I'm getting better positioning on him while jumping, while shooting all my weapons at him. If he doesn't have jump jets, he's screwed.
Well,
Yeah, there's no jump jet downside
okay,
right now.
but could you also say on the flip side, being able to sync up multiple different weapons, i.e. PPCs and ACs, pretty much AC-10s and 5s, UACs, and be able to volley damage high amounts of damage in a pinpoint, location. Not just like,
Yeah,
oh, well, I've...
powerful, but no. Because, okay, I have my Shadowhawk now, and I use an AC-20 and a PPC. That doesn't sync up well. I shoot my AC-20 first, then I shoot my PPC, or vice versa, however I'm feeling. And like, okay, the jump jets are just ridiculous.
Even if you try to desync the different weapon types, I mean, if you desync it enough, all you're going to end up with is just people boating one weapon type and doing the same thing.
Well,
they might do less damage with it, but they're still going to be playing the same.
I guess what I'm trying to say
same
is,
playstyle.
it's not just one thing. What I'm like, I totally get it, but I feel like a lot of people out there will be like, oh, well, if you just change, ACs to fire bursts, and there's no, player, like, it'll solve everything. Well, what I'm trying to say is, there are a lot of ideas out there, and it's okay to discuss. I mean, right now we're just having casual discussion about it. But what I like to hear is saying it's a multitude of things that can always make things a little bit better all around. It could be jump jets. It could be a little bit more heat. It could be desyncing PPCs. It could be changing ACs. It could be, you know what I'm saying? Like, there is no horribly wrong idea here when you're sitting around just speculating discussion. But one thing I see is when AC5s particularly and PPCs, you see them. I mean, Jaeger, I've played with you quite a bit in running. You'll get 900, 1,000, and you see other players using those similar type of builds, and you see them all the time. And then you're like, well, why are they taking them? And that's what I look at is like, why?
Okay, why are they taking them? Because you could get out of cover, do 30 points of damage, and get back into cover, and get eyes, and get mobility.
Yeah.
That's why you take that.
Yeah.
Within 1 second.
I tend to reduce things to the highest level you can, like the biggest scope. And jump jets should be a mobility tool, but they're actually a weapon. And if they had some way of making it just a mobility tool, so that, yeah, it gave you better mobility, you could go up hills better, you can go over rocks better, but it didn't actually give you combat advantage like it does. Would be a good place for
Would it be crazy to say, like, you hit your jump jets and it boosts to the full extent and pushes you forward? I mean, so you could get up, or like, oh no, like, what would you change currently with how the jump jets work to fit into line what you're talking about?
They should probably make the
Make a-
recharge time much longer. Like a delay before the charge starts again. So you can't just, every 4 seconds when the PPC recycle time is up, jump up and shoot. If they made it 10 seconds before your PPCs start regenerating, and if you used it again, like the other half of your jump jets in between, then they would just reset the timer.
I don't know if I'd want to tie it into affecting other systems in the game, because that might be kind of convoluted to use.
that's what you do right now. No, don't ignore that first part. I'm saying that's what we do right now. Is you jump, shoot every 4 seconds. That's what you do.
Yeah.
But if they made a timer before your jump jets start regenerating, that'd be a lot less jump sniping you could do.
I would say just put a 30-second cooldown on all.
And you would want to
That'll end
save.
jump sniping.
Well, yeah, you could do 30-second, but it would make you conserve your, thrust a lot more for when you really need it.
If you put 30-second on there, then whenever you use those jump jets, you're going to be damn well sure that you need to use it. You're not just going to go willy-nilly jumping all over. You're going to use them purposefully.
And
Jump
if you put
jets
heat in
just
it-
are strong. Like even in BattleTech, I believe, jump jets just make your mech better.
In-
There's really no downside.
In the novels, it was definitely one of those things where it was used as maneuverability, but it was used a lot of times for like a GTFO factor, like, oh shit, like I gotta get away from this guy, or reposition, really quickly. So it was definitely
Right, so they were saving it.
Yeah, it was definitely.
They were.
Go ahead. Let's focus. Let's
they're
focus.
saving it purposefully to use it to escape. They were saving it to escape, not to kill.
well, maybe the fight will eventually come here. You guys want to push up, swing right?
Someone's
Yeah,
going
go
right.
bound
I tried.
prime.
There's one there.
Joining you. Alpha.
On Alpha.
Your front row, Jaeger, other than a Shadowhawk.
That's fine. Charlie's not taking damage.
I'm with you, Ben Charlie.
Wow.
Echo. Or Alpha.
Alpha down. K2 down. CT golf core.
Good.
He's almost crit. He's down.
Go outside.
We can probably push on these guys.
Backwards.
Echo. Echo's down. India's running.
Yeah, we're looking good.
On your 6 tweaking.
Made a shot tweak.
Yep. Need backup.
We're here.
I'm still good to tank. So's Blix.
Now I'm moving in.
He's down. And
Did that Victor go down over this way? They did.
yeah, he's
Yeah.
down. India's up
Yeah,
near
he's
the
down.
caves. Bravo 3.
Mining colony.
Oh. Alright.
Last, I think, is a spider out in the water.
I'm gonna go Kappa.
I don't have to cap it with you.
Whoa! That was a steam roll. Contact.
OP.
Acquired.
Lima towards Delta 2, Charlie 2.
We were upset about our last 2 games.
Trying to hit him with the AC. There he goes. Leg. Got it.
I got it.
25%.
Good job. I got his arm.
Nice job. I shouldn't say good game to these guys. That was... Oof. That was rough.
Yeah, we meant business that time.
Oh. Sorry, guys.
Also, that was a fairly light drop on both sides compared to what we've been getting.
I liked it. I don't know,
Yeah.
what is it? Is that 3-1? I've only had like 3 matches? 4 matches? Alright. Blix, you taking off, man?
Yep. See it.
Let me see if I can get Siri in here. It was a pleasure, Blix, man. Good talking to you. Thanks for joining
Siri
me.
has a really
Yep,
good
you too.
idea for jump jets.
Take it easy.
Yeah, hell yes, it was Blix.
See you, Blix.
Alright, getting Siri in here.
Oh, hi.
Shit's getting real. What's up, Siri? How are you?
Doing good.
Let me get you an
No longer
invite.
as lonely.
You in a game right now, or are you in a match?
Nope, just been sitting here. I failed to find a match when you guys got a hit, so...
Toss me an invite. I don't think I have you on my friends.
Done.
Alright, going down here. Dun-dun-dun. There you are. I love the BAM. By the way, the hero, or the champion version, I don't know why they called it the Bam Bam. It was supposed to be the Bam. I was like, it's not the Bam Bam. It's just the Bam. That's what it makes noise. Bam. All right. Let's see.
Confused. What are we referring to?
the champion BJ1 build they did. It's called the Bam Bam.
Ah.
I was like, no, it's called the Bam. But, you know, one thing I do want to keep in mind, the discussion going on is, you know, there are so many ideas and theories and you know, like ideas and concepts and, you know, opinions and stuff. And it's okay to, you know, talk about them. You know, just keep that in mind, how many ideas. Like, we're always striving for perfection, right? So just keep that in mind. Just that little note out there. But, all right, what are we running? What are you guys running? So I know. Whatever.
I'm still feeling the whatever. I'm still feeling the Gauss 3D right now. Still testing.
I'm gonna Gauss 3D just to give him a line comparison.
Should I do the Griffin 3M again?
I think the thing that, like, if you break the problem down, it's kind of what was alluding to, Blix and Tweak have been alluding to, is the, like, it's not PPCs and AC5s in and of themselves, it is the Jumpjet. Because we have played competitive matches against guys like SWK that had a no Jumpjet restriction, just a no Jumpjet restriction, and we're running around with PPCs on land-bound mechs, and they were actually pretty crap.
Now, is that because...
Not utterly crap.
Is that because you have to reveal yourself?
Very much more on parity.
Well, is that because you have to reveal yourself when you're engaging your target?
Right,
Yeah,
you can't
and you
just
don't
hop
get
out.
bounce.
You don't just hop out, expose yourself for a half second, and drop back on, which is what the PPC takes the most advantage out of, because you're only exposed for that half second. Whereas if it was a large laser, you'd have to jump high enough to stay exposed for at least a second, and
PPC,
for a second and a half.
Ballistics in general. That's the the benefit. Yeah,
The
and
instant snap fire weapons.
Well, and that's what I was saying is, like, it's okay to me, like, when I think about autocannons being the direct impact, like high amounts of damage, right, to one location. I mean, that's sort of what autocannons are, right? And when you look at autocannons, PPCs, the combination with the Highlander, why the Highlander is so great at it is it has the ability to carry said weapons, Jumpjet, or, well, Jumpjet, fire all of its weapons, torso twist away, and you're going to absorb the damage to the left arm, left torso. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, you couldn't make the PPC a duration based, not like a laser per se, maybe a little bit differently than a laser, some other type of mechanic, whether it's a not a charge mechanic, but just sort of like a you know the MechWarrior 2 lasers and stuff that you saw. They're, you know, darts, as they call them Star Wars darts, not Star Trek lasers. You know what I'm saying? You imagine a sort of lengthy one where it could spread its damage across multiple locations if, you know, the angle or the person was torso twisted and stuff like that. But I do definitely get you where you're saying is jump jets.
Well, here's something to ask yourself. What Atlas could mount the same thing, has more armor, and could mount the same exact loadout. Why don't you ever see that?
As far
Why
as
would a Highlander an Atlas every single time in a one-on-one?
well, it's
You know, like it's
Tyler, weren't you
gotta,
saying?
like,
I was watching your stream a few days ago, and you were saying, you know, in real life, and I can attest to this, is you want to minimize your firepower towards people in real life, as far as in combat, and you want to minimize your exposure to enemy fire. And so, you know, as you were saying, pop-tarting, jumping up, firing, disappearing, minimizing their ability to react towards your location and direct fire at you. And you were saying, you know, I think you were talking to someone in chat, and you were saying that's a realistic thing. I mean, so pretty much what I get across the board is you guys are saying jump jets in general, just the ability to jump up, fire, and drop back down, jump back up, fire, drop back down. You're saying that's sort of the inherent, not necessarily the PPCs when you put them in the context of other mechs that don't have that ability. You don't, you know, like, well, you have to expose yourself to fire, which means they can turn around and hit you, whereas the jump jets, again, jump up, reveal, fire, jump back, you know, you're back down.
Right, you could nerf PCs into the ground and say large lasers, say it was large lasers are the only weapon worth taking. If you didn't touch jump jets, then what you would end up with is just the jumping guys with large lasers dominating the land-bound guys with large lasers, apart from maybe the Stalker.
Well, look, what kind of game do we want? Do we really want a game where everyone has to walk out into the open, just trade shots like Revolutionary War, Civil War style? Is that what we want? Is that because I think that is what people knows with Jumpjets being seriously nerfed. I think that is what a lot of people want out of this game. They want to walk into the open and shoot other robots, and that's it. That's the extent of it. They don't want, they don't want the third
You know,
dimension.
I think what they want is
the Z-axis.
they don't have to worry about getting.
Got shots here.
Yep.
Yeah, we're working.
Just, I'm gonna keep swinging right.
But you can go to any other competitive unit, they'll tell you the same thing.
Well, I think what people want, at least in the pub, is not to have to worry about getting alpha strikes 2 times and pinpoint damage, and that's where you're seeing, you know, desyncing weapons. Just so got hits.
Well, not only
The
that,
Bravo
not
Jagermech
even
is the
be
best
able to-
threat at this range. We need to take him down. Right torso.
I'm hitting Kappa.
Yeah, good. I think we should be able to swing up there and kill him. They're retreating
they're
right
running.
now.
Get shots in theta as we go.
Phil's fast enough to catch up to us
Yeah.
after taking Kappa.
In the middle. Lights. Raven keeps puking and it's throwing my aim off.
Kappa's ours, moving up.
God damn it.
New target acquired.
I'm hitting
On
Foxtrot.
Foxtrot.
Left
Rip.
leg.
Yep, Roger.
Griffin.
Legged.
Yep, Griffin, Foxtrot.
New
I
target
got golf.
acquired.
4P.
Bravo. Jagermech.
Other
exposed.
targets coming in here too.
Let me see if I can strike him. Yeah, I'll resume this
looking-
discussion after the match.
That's fine,
This
dude.
is kind of tense.
Bad things happen when you try to be serious and fight. Contact Delta.
There's Kilo Victor pushing in on our guys up top. I need to support that.
Roger, I saw the Victor, but yeah, he's out of my sights. Get pushed to you, Siri.
Juliet's crit.
We lost.
We are
one
actually
shot
down.
minutes.
Bravo CT.
Bravo.
New target acquired. Acquired.
Damn it. Victor pushing at me, hotel.
Right torso.
New target acquired.
Oh shit.
Hotel's out.
Hotel's down. Kilo.
Tweak.
Kilo's leg. Left leg.
I'm getting swarmed.
Jeez, yeah, this missile.
Man.
Kilo's down. Just flipping over Echo.
Bad hit reg.
Delta legged.
Damn it.
Delta down. India.
Damn it.
No tweak.
We are down. It's
What
4 and
killed you?
4. We're tied
Yeah,
up now.
Bravo. He's cored out.
Bravo,
center torso.
Firebrand down there. CT
Roger.
1 hit.
Then there's Lerms and Fox 5.
I can't see. Nice, man.
Two light mechs left. One of them is scored CT, the Jenner.
There's Lerms and Fox
I
5
need to
are gonna.
conserve gas ammo.
India is
Damn,
swarmed.
Jager, you're completely fresh.
I know.
Would have been nice.
Man, I'm getting some absolutely atrocious hit reg right now.
You hit the lip of the ridge on that one. That's why.
I mean, with my Gauss, I've hit many people at like point blank, and they're not taking it right now.
That's why you don't do
Well, I mean,
drugs.
the last one
Don't do
took.
drugs.
Remember that ridge there is really bad on launching.
Invisible wall. Yeah.
Okay.
You're
Oh,
up on
contact.
points.
Echo.
Watch your ammo count.
I'm gonna grab Epsilon.
He's the last one. Move as a group of 2.
I
this-
should have him right here.
Yeah, he's
Okay.
coming in. He's coming in.
He's gonna try to fight.
Well, he's trying to
that
pick
hurt.
Phil off. Don't keep chasing, Phil. Don't keep chasing. Jagger is fresh. Let him take lead.
Yeah.
Or this. Check the status of that.
He's
team.
going theta, towards theta.
The Wolverine is pretty fresh. So's this Misery. So, Phil, you are the most damaged here. The Misery should mop him up with lasers. If he's not shooting Jagger in the back.
He's not taking the damage.
You just gotta aim a little bit more. Come on.
I'm hitting the models. I promise.
It's that army training, man.
Man.
That army training.
Anyways. So I think where we left off was that if you nerf jump jets, rather, if you nerf PPCs alone, that's not going to solve the problem. Because if there's a different dominant weapon system, or really any weapon system, it's going to perform better in the hands of in the actuators, I guess, of a jump jetting mech.
Well, I wasn't saying nerfing PPCs. What I was saying is changing the actual mechanic to make it unique in itself. I've been on this soapbox for a while. It's just an idea I had. As far as the jump jets, I totally get what you guys are saying. I think they are powerful. I can see from... So if you're saying if you were to change jump jets, though, so you're saying jump jets may be, or are OP when it comes to that, being able to jump. How would you change them?
Glad you asked. It was very close to the solution that Blix put out, and I've said this in a couple places. Let me just pull it up. So I can link it to the chat so they can go over it as well. I knew I had the link somewhere.
Mega, we're
You won't be able to
4-2?
link it.
Yeah, I hear a lot of people give a lot of
Found it.
solutions, but I always say Siri's got the best one. But
And
I
I cannot
don't-
link it. If you could link that to chat, that'd be awesome. Basically, my idea is... Well, the main problem is that you can jump far too often, and like as soon as you land, 3 seconds later, hey, I'm gonna jump again and go for another shot. So there's like you never not jump. So the big thing would be, and the other factor is that it only takes one jump jet for a Highlander or a Cataphract to be completely capable of that sort of jumping. For example, on the dual Gauss Cataphract that I'm running right now, one jump jet. Highlander, one jump jet. So what I would do is you'd increase the max fuel capacity by about 50% of what it is now, but then you would slash the recharge time drastically while tying it into the amount of jump jets you have equipped. So say you only had one jump jet on a Cataphract or on a Highlander. Well, you'd have 150% the capacity you have now, but it would take you, I don't know, 35 seconds, like 30 seconds plus, to refill that tank. So you'd still have enough for like 2 back-to-back jumps for maneuvering purposes, or for like even Pop-Tart once or twice off of one jump jet. But if you want to be doing it frequently, you'd have to invest in 3 or 4, and that would cut the tonnage down. If you look at most of the jumpers right now, they're actually perfectly utilizing tonnage. Like if you took out 2-3 heat sinks, their efficiency actually goes way down, because it's, like I said, a perfect... Okay, sorry. Got in my modules, so that's another 30 seconds. Sorry. Saving.
By the way, for everyone
So-
out there, again, I'm sitting and talking with Jaeger, Siri, and Tweakin. We had Blix earlier, and of course, if you are watching this for the first time, this is MechWarrior Online. Head over to mwmercs.com, register, download, and be a part. I mean, really, when I say this, I truly mean it. An awesome community. That's one thing I can definitely say about the MechWarrior community in general is we are freaking pretty damn awesome. Yeah, you guys are awesome. Anyways, we are dropping here, and Siri's explaining his thoughts on as far as, you know, some of the higher elo play and when it comes to, as it's referred to, pop-tarting. and how that contributes or detracts somewhat from the higher echelon gameplay. And we sort of see that trickle down, though, into the pub play, which that's what I do pretty much all the time. So that's what he's talking about right now.
So, with one jump jet, enough for like 2 jumps back to back, but then you have to wait 30 seconds plus in order to recharge. Now, if you want to get more, you have to put in 2-3 jump jets, but even then, at most, you'd be cut down to, say, a 12 to 15 second recharge time. So, in the midst of battle, you wouldn't be able to spam it like you have now. It's a conscious decision. You have to think about when you're using it. And on top of that, if you have a static position as a jumper, you can't consistently just keep jumping up, taking a shot, or holding it if there's nothing, dropping down, jumping up, etc., ad nauseum. That would give a much bigger opportunity for brawlers and other land-based mechs to close in on these jumpers and shut them down. Whereas right now, well, you're going to be taking shots the entire way in, no matter what you do. And that's kind of another point on the issue, is that even when you do close in entirely on a jumper or a sniper, you don't have the damage to put them down because they fire too fast still. So the other part of my balance change, or what I would do to fix this, is slow down the refire rate on these more pinpoint marksman weapons. So like PPCs, Gauss. Gauss has already actually been done because of the Gauss charge-up time. It's 4 seconds plus 70.75 seconds in order to charge it up. And we instantly saw it fall out of favor of competitive play, not only because you don't get the opportunity shots, but because the actual DPS has gone way down. So if you bump, say, the PPC to 5 seconds, in addition to the jump jet changes, and a few other ones included in that post that I had you link, then I think the game would be very balanced in terms of jumping, brawling, sniping, etc.
If you could add some heat to the jump jets, so then I'm not, like, if he pushes on me, okay, I could either shoot my PPC and my AC-20, or I could jump and just shoot my AC-20 or something. So just
Right, I'm
making
not
it-
saying this is
yeah.
the be-all end-all, but it's like a starting point. If you find that jump jets are still a little bit strong, you could do additional measures like what Tweak is proposing.
All right, you guys want to death ball it up?
H8, H9,
Absolutely.
get in win.
Yep. That's the name of the game.
Well, see, and I think that's, from my perspective, I understand the jump jets, but I also feel that the ability to pinpoint volley damage, from one build, different types of weapons, and I feel like that's what a lot of people would like to see, adjusted. And you guys said it yourself. I mean, being able to do 30, 40 pinpoint alpha damage, and it used to be, even higher with the when PPCs. So I think desyncing, making every weapon unique, whether it's the type of charging it does, or if it's the type of mechanic it uses, and that's what you're just sort of saying is changing the recycle of the PPCs, or to make them charge longer.
That's not even making them unique, that's just making them balanced. Because right now, brawling weapons do not have an advantageous range, because they put out like a similar effective DPS to a pinpoint weapon.
Speaking of skirmish and light
if
mechs, there you are. Sorry, I had to.
And like I said before, it's not necessarily the PPCs, because when we went for the Mercs of War with no jump jet restriction, PPCs were on par with maybe slightly better.
Well, I mean, I'm looking at
all the
Oddwallet,
rest.
dual AC5, 2 PPC, Jaeger, Delta. He hits me with a volley, I can't hit him, because he just disappears below the ridge.
Right. Is that a fault of the weapons or the jump jets?
I think jump jets.
I think both. I think it's both.
What?
No, I do. I think because he's hitting me with 2 different separate type of weapons in a volley. That's why I was saying, if you do that with PPCs, you can't do it with large lasers, or he's just going to do a fraction of the damage, or he has to hang in the air even further.
That's what I'm saying. I've tested like large laser jumpers, and they still vastly outperform any of my ground-based large laser builds. Strike on us, away from me. Atlas left side exposed.
Acquired.
And I'm getting banged up.
Yeah, I'm already messed up.
This Atlas needs to go down. Like right now, this Atlas isn't dropping because my DPS with Gauss is utter shit.
Oh. That's because they didn't add a recycle reduction.
That's
to
the
go
problem
with its
over
charge
and
time.
above the jump jets. The only reason why like this Gauss, dual Gauss is working on the fract is because jump jets. Oh, I'm glad on my strike screwed up Seb so hard.
Yeah, he shrugged off a shot from me a second ago.
It's like, yeah, if even with the pinpoint and being able to roll damage in between shots, it won't matter as much if your opponent has so much higher DPS that he's just burning through you. That'll just become something you have to be good at in order to make pinpoint weapons work.
Ah, shit. Mirrormets, triple UAC, Hotel 10, Kilo.
Jiggly moves, Lima.
Alright, just taking shots at Lima.
I have to hop down, I need to get my torso gun in play. Flanking for great victory.
It's what you call a tactical high ground. It's just better.
That's why you take this position here.
Siri, I'm moving down
'Cause if
into
they get in the
6.
situation they're in right now, it's pretty much GG. Doesn't matter their drop deck. Our position's so vastly superior.
I was looking at that Highlander just praying he didn't notice me because my CT's completely cored out.
Double tap.
Oh wait, now they have the high ground.
Yeah, but they're hurting.
Doesn't matter, they're pretty messed up. Echo might be XL. He has a ER PPC and that's bit.
Echo's about to be dead.
Charlie right torso will never mind. Why bother target calling? They're all dying.
Echo Highlanders code out.
New target.
And yes, Calf, the Stalker is the exception. And that's because it has high mounted
Oh
weapons.
yeah, still kill.
So in order to compete, you have to have either extremely high mounted weapons, which the Stalker has in absurd levels, or you need jump jets. Mechs like the Atlas, where it's all low mounted and you have to expose yourself fully out of cover, is bad time.
And that is over. Bam. Wow, tweaking. Sheesh. What do you have on that?
A PPC and an AC-20. The jump jets.
Jump jets.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, their drop deck was vastly superior to ours, like twice as good superior to ours, but we got the good position up on the hill.
I just
And
got my face
didn't
pushed
let
in.
them come up.
Vils
Yeah.
just said something about a smoke launcher. It was funny, a few days ago, I was like, you know, it'd be cool is the ability to have a module to pop out smoke, but it was like IR smoke, so you couldn't target anything in it or outside. Just a ball of just like metallic. I don't know. You read about it in like the novels, right? You know, like it messing up electronics and stuff. All right.
I agree, that would be pretty cool. But part of the reasons why I'm making the suggestions I am is because they require minimal alteration to bring the game into a more balanced state.
Yeah, I got one jump jet on this thing. Like, oh wait, say half a ton.
What do I want to take next? Been rocking my hunchbacks. Might as well. Well, I'm still working on the mastering this out. So, I'll just keep it. Keep the gridiron. All right. Just waiting on Jaeger, and we'll kick it off again. Alright, here we go. Launching. So one thing I was talking to Mav last night about, and I was talking to Raffle about earlier. He was on an RTS, and we were talking about the clans, and you know, when you look at the differences in how the Omnimex, which is, I'm grateful that we're about to see for the first time really Omnimex versus standard non-Omnis, and you know, the strengths and weaknesses of both. And last night me and Mav were looking at the numbers as far as like stock armor values, obviously multiplying by 2 because that's how MWO is, and looking at mediums for clan mechs are actually like perfect. Like they're going to have good amount of armor, they have a good amount of pod space. I say pod space because that's what it refers to as far as free tonnage, and then obviously it heavies up. And one of the things we were looking at is a lot of discussion going back and forth, and I'm sure we'll talk about this in the podcast when we get more info, is the whole, do you have to destroy, you know, the whole XL engine on the left and right torso, you know, currently with the IS. And I think, I mean, I haven't confirmed this with Paul, but they almost have to. And what I mean by that is where the mech won't get destroyed from a left or right torso if it has an XL with the Omnimex. And the main reason being is the benefit of having more weapon space, but also they won't be able to go faster. Granted, Timberwolf going 86 kph is pretty damn fast, 75-ton mech. They can't change their armor values, so you can't beef up or change things like you can with the IS standards, or I'm sure if they do standard mechs with the clans. But it's almost from, they're going to be a lot more tankier. Does that make sense? Like survivability, if they do the left or right torso with the XL, like you have to either destroy both of them or just the CT. I don't know. I'm looking forward to it, man. Am I the only one on this boat? No, I am. What's going on in chat?
Sorry, I'm trying to keep track of different chats.
I know there's something about want to buy a laser pointer. I don't know. Searching.
I wonder if they consider it as a nerf to the PPC. I'm not sure if it's been brought up yet, but if you shoot somebody in the center torso with 1 PPC, if it did like half that damage to the location that it hit, like 5 damage to the CT, and then it did 2.5 damage to each side torso, so you get the total of 10, but it spreads the damage out. It might help to balance the PPC.
Yeah, but then you'd still almost rather have lasers.
Well, PPC would still have its purpose, which is you shoot it and fire and forget. Lasers you have to stare at your enemy. And you'd have more pinpoint damage with the lasers potentially if you can hold it on the target.
I love lasers, man.
PPC's fire and forget, and if it just kind of like tossed a little damage, not more, not like a 2.0 damage SRM, which used to do like 9 damage with splash included. I'm talking.
So you're
10
saying
damage
like
total.
maybe the right or left torso is crit internal, you hit him in the CT, and just that little bit of extra maybe knock out a component, destroy the section, or kill them.
Just so it's not 10 damage to the exact same location. So let's say you hit somebody in the right torso, you could do, you know, 5 damage to the torso, and then split the damage between the right leg, right arm, and center torso. You know, just so it spreads between like adjacent locations.
I'd be okay with that, but then again, keeping in mind that balancing PPCs does not equal balancing jump jets.
Yeah, I was gonna
I
say,
don't
change
know.
the jump
I don't know what
jets
we're
first.
back on this. I think jump jets are just gonna have to be the way they are. It does make that mech way far superior to a ground-bound mech, but what are you really trying to accomplish with your jump jets? Is it only gonna for movement purposes? Is that the idea? Because even if you make it only for movements, you still will jump up in the air to avoid enemy fire, to spread damage to your legs, or if you're up in a mech's face that's trying to brawl you like an Atlas DDC, you just jump up over its head and it doesn't get to shoot you that whole
Remember,
time.
contacts will be right in front of us.
Yep.
I mean, like, that's why I like my change. One, because I made it, but two, because it keeps all of those
Nah.
elements in the game. It just, you need to choose when you're doing things and how often you'd like to do it with your fitting.
And it's a half a ton. I use it from beginning to end, extremely effectively.
All right, they're not coming this way. I'm
It
hitting
must-
Kappa.
No. Yeah. Just let Phil take Kappa. The rest of us can move in fast
Okay.
enough.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm gonna try and get some fire down on Theta.
That's a
Using
lot
the
of
prep
assault
special.
mix. Woof.
That Raven and Jenner need to get the hell out. Strikes up. Got a Jenner over by me. If he runs off,
Yeah.
I'll be okay. He has a standard engine.
And I'm out of weapons.
Kappa's
Alright.
ours.
New target.
Coming.
Wait, what
Siri, you need help?
I just got shredded as I lost by like 6 different mechs, and I let a Gauss K2 blow my right arm, the right torso off. This is my fault. I'll use my strikes and then go up things.
Siri, I'll be linking up with you.
New target acquired.
Yeah, I'm on the left side. We might be able to win this over here. The left side.
Acquired.
They are dropping back into F5. They're out of the main center area. Indigo
Roger.
is still exposed,
Acquired.
and Juliet is coming in on your left. Theta.
Got a stalker.
New
Juliet. Yep.
And I popped far too often from the same spot.
It's a
They're
stalker.
pushing this left side pretty hard.
Going for his left leg.
Seriously?
Are you guys gonna try to move on Juliet or no?
Yeah, I'm still engaging him.
I'm pretty banged up, so I gotta just snipe from range.
Stick behind me. Let's move up on Juliet.
I have ER large lasers.
Juliet's almost down. He's stripped.
Yeah, it's neutered.
Stripped.
I got his leg with an
You can
airstrike.
kill the Gauss K2, he's actually pretty good, and the only thing stopping me from going to town on this team.
Golf.
Oh, that's a lot of enemies.
He's almost down. Golf.
Yep.
Tweaking on your 6. Watch your left.
Yep, Roger.
We are getting the point advantage
Tons of
now.
enemies coming from E6 going right.
Going right.
Yep, counterclockwise.
Focusing India.
Or-
I'm
So we
moving
need
to him.
We need to get out of here before the circle is completed on us.
yeah.
Go take out golf.
Yeah, go.
Nice.
Got the point on the cap.
Sigma's being hit.
Yeah, keep pushing in E6.
Who's behind us? Jaeger, watch it.
It's not, ignore it, it's golf. Keep pushing in E6.
I'm trying to save Jaeger. That didn't work.
Jaeger
Nah,
doesn't
it's
have
okay.
weapons, ignore him.
I was already toast,
New target acquired.
but this is about to get messy. It is a lot of assault mechs again.
Yeah, it is. They are capping Sigma.
Target acquired.
We are dying.
Yeah.
Siri, do you have weapons left or no?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
I mean, I shouldn't really be leading the charge in an XL Hunchy, but, well.
That's you, okay.
That's how I roll, man. Pushing up under 6. Go left or right in the minute. Alright, good.
Left.
Ah, man, we're being outcapped too. Right below us.
Yep.
Charlie.
His left leg,
Yeah,
actually.
you rape Charlie.
Wow.
CT on
Shit,
Alpha.
Highlander.
No, we're just gonna be corralled in. We need to go back out left.
They're back into Delta 7.
Never mind, never mind. We got guys coming in.
No,
Shit,
this
they're
is,
pushing in behind
this
us
is
too.
the end.
This is Sparta!
This wasn't going well from the beginning.
Not quite the same level of fail as earlier, but
I don't know what you're talking about. We did awesome. Our team may not have.
our team was massively outmassed.
Alright, 1, 2, see, just to reiterate what I was talking about earlier about weights. 4, 5, 6, 7, let's see, 7, 1, 2, 3, 3, alright. I think,
That's a fun exercise,
like,
count the jump jets.
what our Lance did, and actually Bravo Lance as well, is more impressive than what their Alpha Lance did, in my opinion. I'm looking at that. Let's go ahead. Pat yourself on the shoulders, guys. Alright, another L here. Come on, MechLab. I was gonna say, do you guys need a break? Use a bio real quick? Does that sound good? Take like 5 minutes? Yeah, yeah.
That's fine.
Don't mind that way.
Alright, let's take a quick 5-minute bio break, guys. We'll be right back. Stay tuned.
Reactor online. Sensors online. Weapons online. All systems nominal. New target acquired. Welcome to the inner sphere. The future is war. All systems nominal.
The seagulls boom, the sirens swoosh, knocks go thud and pulses whoop. The air missives, flavor crackles, and the PPC goes crack. Lasers spew and tangles whip, and the worms go whoosh, whoosh, whoosh. But there's one sound that no one knows. What does the mech say? What does the mech say? Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. What's the mech say? What does the mech say? Swoosh, 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 swoosh. Swoosh, 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 swoosh. Swoosh, 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 swoosh. What does the mech say? Glowing eyes, stumpy feet, chasing spiders and overheat. Giant guns, missile racks, daring pilots, giant sacks. Your armor shines, death from above, like a demon from the sky. But if we meet, I'm in your sights. Will you communicate by boom, 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 boom? You speak to me by pew, 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 pew. What does the mech say? What does the mech say? Blam, 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 blam. Blam, 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 blam. Blam, 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 blam. What's the mech say? What does the mech say? What's the mech say?
Hello, everybody. This is Duncan Fisher. Look at your mech. Now look at mine. Now look back at your mech. Now look back at mine. Does your mech look as good as mine? Sadly, no. But that's because I'm a fictional character, and my mech is made of awesome. However, you could probably get your mech to seem as good as mine if you listen to the No Guts, No Galaxy podcast.
Alright guys, and we are back. Hopefully you enjoyed that little Duncan Fisher clip. Anyways, we are back. I'm playing with a Jaeger, Siri, and Tweakin from SJR. I would say, I'm going to go ahead and limb. Some might hate me for this. You know, the best competitive unit out there, but I don't know, maybe you can prove me wrong by kicking their butt in one of the community leagues. I don't know. Could happen, maybe. Alright, so I'm going to rock out with my Shadowhawk 2D2. I call this the Kadaka Hawk because it has an AC2 and AC5, and it sounds awesome. Anyways, I like it. So let's go ahead, and I'm ready. Just waiting on Siri. I don't know if he's back. If he's not, it's alright. We can give him a few minutes. Let's see here. By the way, just want to give a quick shout out. I don't think he's listening or if he's awake, but Hefe, man. What does a mech say? Again, I love it. I think it's amazing. Just because of the production value. Like, I know how much work went into that. So, oh shit, I forgot. Stream. I gotta stop stream. Hold on. I'm gonna stop stream.